Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am Megan, of course, otherwise known as Infinite Cherry, and today we're going to be doing part 2 in this series. So this series is going to be my album cover art inspired makeup series. I have to come up with a good name for it. I don't think I have one yet, but going forward we'll try to have a fun name for that. But for right now, it's just my favorite albums and their artwork inspired makeup looks. So today what I have going on for you is going to be a look inspired by one of my favorite albums growing up as a child. Yes, I said child. It is Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. I have very specific memories of listening to this album in like 4th and 5th grade, doing my homework, and turning down the music when she would say fuck, because I was like, oh, she can't say that. I can't listen to her say that. So I have very specific memories of this album. It is very nostalgic for me. I love it so much. And I just love Alanis Morissette in general. Like, she started out as like super angry girl, and it was like, okay, it's fucking cool to be an angry girl, and it's okay to be angry. And then she like went to India and she had like this epiphany, and she came back and she was like super chill and calm, and I don't know what happened, but I mean, that's cool too. But definitely like the angry Alanis, I'm all about the angry Alanis. So obviously this was a really big hit for her, and I'm glad that she was angry because it's a big hit for me as well, because I love it. So as you can see, my eye makeup will reflect the album art cover, and actually my hair kind of does too, so win-win. I guess I kind of secretly planned that out in my head. Not really, but anyways, if you want to see how I get this look, you should keep watching, because I'm going to go into the steps for the tutorial in just a minute. So see you in a minute. Okay, welcome to now the steps of how we're going to achieve this look. So first things first, I already did a couple of things. I already used my Lime Crime eyeshadow helper as my eyeshadow base, which is my favorite one. And then I also already used my highlight, which is that guy right there, which is MAC Mylar. You've seen that one before, so moving on. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put my transition color into the crease, and for that I'm going to use Sugar Pill's Mochi, which is of course a really beautiful kind of aqua turquoise color. I'm using a fluffy crease brush for that. And I put it in there kind of heavily so that I can, you know, see it once we put the other darker colors on. So now the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sort of mix two different colors together. So I'm going into my Sleek Ultra Mattes version 2 palette. I'm going to be using this color right here, which is called Ink. And I'm using that on just a more tapered crease brush, and going to put that just below the Mochi. When I first put this on, I didn't realize it was so pigmented, and then I was like, holy crap, it's very pigmented. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this really old pigment from Bare Minerals, and it is called Grape, right? Yeah. And I'm going to just go over ink with Grape, just to get a little, like, slight bit more kind of purpley tone to it. And I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. I'm looking really messy and gross because I'll clean that up later. So the next color I'm going in with is from ColourPop. It's called Coconut. I'm using this one just on my finger in the outer corner right here. And I guess it was more than the outer corner. I went a little bit in as well. And then before I move on to the next color I'm going to use, I'm going to use, I have this little sample that I made for myself a while ago. This is from the Makeup Forever Flash palette. This is like the bright turquoise aqua color that was in there. Just gonna put that on this half of the lid. And after doing that, I'm gonna now go in with my new MAC eyeshadow, which is called Try Me On. It's the new Dazzle Shadow collection, and I'm just taking that on a flat eyeshadow brush and just tapping that on top of the Makeup Forever color now. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm also gonna tap a little bit on top of Coconut, just to give a little extra sparkle to that area. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just go back into the crease a bunch of times and do my sort of crease blending thing that I do that takes forever. So be right back. Alright, and I think I'm pretty happy with how the blend is looking now, and you can probably also tell that I just took one of my All My Makeup Remover wipes and just cleaned up the outer corner right there. So the next thing that I'm going to do is get all this shit out of the way. So the next thing that I'm going to do is now highlight the inner corner, and for that I'm using a Makeup Forever D200 eyeshadow. So you couldn't really tell when I was holding it up there, but it has a really pretty kind of duochrome to it. Can't really tell, I guess, once it's on either, but it definitely looks really shimmery. And it's almost like a pressed version of Lumi, maybe. Alright, whatever. I'm doing it. So the next thing I'm going to be using is a pencil from OCC. This one is the Not Safe for Work pencil, or the NSFW. I couldn't figure out how to say that in the acronym, but anyways, so let's get closer here. So this is going on the waterline for me, and also going to be just like a little bit lower right here under the lash line. And it's perfectly fine if it's messy because I'm just going over it with more shit anyways. So the next thing that I'm going to be using is also from MAC, and it's one of, again, the new Dazzle shadows. So this one is Boom Boom Room. We're just taking this on our small shader brush, and I'm putting this on the outer lash line area. So I'm going to go in with another Sugar Pill palette. This one is the Sweetheart palette, and the color we're using is that one there, which is Dolly Pop. So I'm using a little bit fluffier crease brush for this, and I'm just kind of going right along the ends of where we put the MAC shadow. Now, to give it a little bit more purple, so it's not too pink, I'm also going to go in with, oh my god, I can't say it. I'm also going to go in with the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm going to be using Jilted, which is this one right here. So I'm going to switch now also to a smaller brush for that, just a smaller crease brush, and just go over where I put Dolly Pop with it, basically, just to get a little bit more of that purple. Now, in doing that, I've lost a little bit of the MAC shadow. I've also lost it on my table. Here we go. So I'm going to take a little bit of that back again and just go back over everything. Lovely. Last thing here that I'm going to do is go back to my pencil and just go back in the waterline and fix that a little bit. And there's that. So the next thing that I'm going to do is my eyeliner, and for that I actually mixed two liquid lipsticks together to get a custom color. So I mixed Lime Crime's Pansy with LA Splash Smitten Lip Tint in Serious, and you bet your boots that I bought this only for the name. I mean, it's a nice color too, but Anyways, so I just put those two on the back of my hand here. And so there's Sirius and there's Pansy, and I made this color right here. So I'm going to try to replicate that again. And I'm using my Bobbi Brown Ultra Fine Liner to use that as liner. Let's see if we can get this on camera. So that is the eye look without lashes put on yet. I'm going to do that in just a minute, but this is pretty much done. That was pretty quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some eyelashes on, and I will tell you what they are when I come back. I will also be showing you what I'm putting on my face, and we're gonna figure out a lip situation together. So be right back. Okay, and welcome back. So while I was off camera, I did a bunch of stuff, so I don't have to bore you with it. And first thing I did was I put on some lashes, and for that I used these House of Lashes, well, they're right here. They are the Temptress Wispy Lashes, and I went with these because I wanted something to be present, so you can see I have lashes on, but I didn't want them to be like over the top where it's just you see lashes. I want you to still see the eyeball look. So went with these, digging those, sounds good. And then I also did my foundation, which I'm sure it looks great on camera, but in person it looks like I have a little bit too much on, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but if you want to know what it is, leave a comment and I'll really tell you what it is. Otherwise, moving on to set that makeup, what I did was I used my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder, which is that one, which I've been using, obviously, because I've hit pan on it. So I've been using that. And I also did a little bit of under eye concealer with my YSL Touche Eclat Radiant Touch Concealer. And this one is in number 1, which is just the original one. And then for setting that, I did my Ben Nye Cameo Powder to set that. And then moving on to cheek area, so I used kind of an old school favorite of mine. This is from Bare Minerals. It is called Glee Radiance. It's from a set, so you probably won't be able to get it at a Bare Minerals store, but I'll link it if I happen to find it on Amazon, which I have been able to find a lot of stuff on Amazon, so there's that. And then for blush, I used this old school NARS palette as well. This is from, I think, 2 Christmases ago when I first started working at Sephora, and I used this blush right here. I don't know the name. I will find out the name if I can, but I use this one right here for my cheeks. So finally, we're on to lips, and I obviously have taken my inspiration from the album cover art from the Jagged Little Pill album, and on the album Alanis actually looks like she's wearing a really dark red lip, so I'm gonna go with that and I'm gonna put on a dark red lip. So for this I'm going to actually mix 2 colors together because I don't have that perfect red that I'm looking for. I thought that I would have it in either one of these, but unfortunately they're not precisely what I'm looking for. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing together Lime Crime Wicked Velveteen and then LA Splash Smitten Lip Tint in Ravenclaw. Or Raven's Claw, it says Raven's Claw sometimes on social media, so I'm confused about it. But anyways, I'm gonna mix them together with a lip brush and hopefully get that nice like burgundy red without being too dark kind of lip color. So that's the lips for you. This is pretty much what I'm looking for in a red lipstick, and unfortunately for me, Lime Crime's Wicked is a little too light. It's not as deep, it's not as dark as I want it to be, and this one from LA Splash, the Ravenclaw, is a little bit too dark. It almost looks too dark when it's on. So the combination of the two give me this red lip, and I'm a lot better off with this color combination. Hopefully in the future I can buy one that's just this combination already, so I don't have to keep mixing the two. This was the end of the look for you guys. Hopefully you really enjoyed watching. I'm really enjoying taking my inspiration from some of my favorite albums and putting it into a makeup look. So if you also like that, then keep watching because this is going to be a series that I'm doing and I'm really excited about it. And you should obviously subscribe because that's how you're going to see the rest of the series and also other videos that I'm going to have coming up. And that's pretty much all I have to say on that. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for all of that good stuff. And just keep coming back for more because I'm having a good weird time with everybody here. So I guess that'll do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.